Hello and welcome, Assistant Superintendent of Police Seyida Naqvi from Lahore. First of all, it's an absolute honor to have you with me today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
I wanted to talk to you about these viral videos that went online about you saving a woman from a mob of hundreds of men in Lahore.
Considering when you are looking at a mob, which is either triggered because of a political reason or because of any social reason, which is too stinging, or because of a religious reason, it's very difficult to predict what the mob might do.
Now, the woman was wearing a dress with an Arabic word on it, halwa, and some guys on the streets claimed that she was wearing a verse from the Holy Quran, which was not true at all. Then the mob seemed to want to kill her.
Right in front of the shop, or 4 streets right in front of the shop, all 4 of them were crowded with men chanting religious slogans and asking for the woman to come out. And we enter from this side, from the left side, and we start screaming. I started screaming. I was like this.
How was the mood? I mean, what was your first reaction when you saw all that?
They were agitated and frustrated. You can very well imagine how a religious mob operates. And we were like, you cannot take the law in your hands. There is a law in place in Pakistan. That law would be followed, and the implementers and the representatives of the state would be implementing the law and safeguarding the person or the people associated with it as well. So we started screaming. I started screaming, and I started pushing men away. I was like, make way for me. So we enter from the left shutter, the one not from the front one, the one on the left. And the woman is huddled in a corner. She's shaking. Our superintendent of police is present on the spot. 2 station house officers, because when such a religious offense call comes, we make sure that the police officers or the station in charges of the neighborhood police stations also come to beef up the entire. So these were the 3 main concerns. First, and the chief one, being the life of the woman. So when we realized the crowd was very agitated, the senior suggested that we should call an APC. APC is a vehicle which is armored vehicle. So nobody can get in or do anything. And I was like, we don't need one. I was like, if we call an APC right now, we will set an example or a precedent that they can get away with such things, and we have to supremely safeguard the person that they're accusing in a manner that we would be using APCs and guns. I was like, the precedent or the example which would be set would be wrong, and we cannot allow them to harass us like this or coerce us into a situation where we get subdued by their demands of this sort. So that is where the video was made, which went viral. Basically, I'm standing on a chair next to
and you were talking to the crowd.
Yeah, I was addressing the crowd next to a shawarma stand.
What were you feeling? Weren't you intimidated? Weren't you scared? Weren't you thinking, oh my God, they're just going to attack me? Or describe to me that moment, please.
Even if they attacked me, it would not have made a difference, because nobody can be allowed to get away with what they were doing. Nobody can be allowed to take the matters of the state in their own hands. Law enforcement agencies are present in any country to ensure that the law of the land is upheld and the rights of everybody are protected. And we have seen so many incidents here, and I was not thinking about anything else other than getting the woman out. And I was like, you are not allowed to do this. We have had such incidents over and over again. And I've dealt with such incidents 3 times around. The last one was hardly 2 weeks back in Firdaus Market, Gulbarg. Gulbarg is one of the most poshest area of Lahore. So I was like, you cannot be allowed to get away with this. You're not allowed to do this. I will take the woman out, and nobody is going to do anything. Or uske baad, when she was clinging to me like a baby, I will never forget that sight for the rest of my life. And she was like, you can't do it. She was like, don't take me out. They'll kill me. I was like, they won't kill you, I promise you. So we tied her hair because they might. I thought that considering they're too, because she has dyed her hair yellow. She had dyed her hair. So I, tied her hair in a bun. I covered her head. I thought that if they see the parts of the kurta which they were asking her to change, the shirt, they might get agitated as well. So what we did was we rolled up the shirt, we tied it on her tummy, and so that nobody could see it from under. And then we gave her an abaya, and I covered her face, and then I took her out, and I swooped her out without thinking about anything else other than the fact that I wanted to keep her safe. And later on, we took her to another police station because the crowd followed us till the main road. They were chanting slogans and following the car.
What were you thinking? I mean, they could have attacked
Nothing.
you. Did you feel like, oh my God, this is, I might be attacked. I am in a dangerous position. What was going through your mind?
Nothing. I just told her to cling to me. And the only thing that was in my head was if somebody tries to snatch her from me, I just have to hit them. That's why when I was walking out and I opened the shutter and I was like, don't. That was the only thing in my head, that if somebody even tries to snatch her from me, I have to hit them.
How is the woman doing right now? What happened to her?
We ensured that she was kept safe in a separate space. And her husband was taken to a different safe space. We reunited them once the issue was settled. We traced a few of their relatives here in Lahore. We quietly asked them to come. We made them meet her. We made her change her clothes, gave her food. Then we ensured that she safely goes to the city that she belongs to. And by 11:30 at night, yes, the woman was reunited with her family.
Mm-hmm. Do you think she will go again in the streets and the market, or is this something that's just gonna?
This is what I was, this is going to be either it's going to make her absolutely strong and she's going to come out as the strongest person, the strongest version of herself, or it's going to be pretty traumatic for her. But I pray that she becomes the absolute most wonderful person of herself and version of herself, and she's able to even one day voice how she faced the mob. And I wish that one day she comes out and reveals her identity and tells people that I was the one who went through all that, and I've come out stronger, and I've reclaimed the space. I wish all of this happens, but this is too traumatic of an incident, and she is going to go on a very individual journey of healing, and I wish her all the best for that.
You are recommended now for a high Pakistani reward. Are you proud, and would you do that again?
I still haven't gotten the time to process about this. I won't be able to include it now. But as far as doing it again is concerned, I would do it in a heartbeat. I've done it before, and multiple times. It just didn't come on camera. This time around, it came on camera. So I do it again in a heartbeat. For any one of them, for any one of the incidents which involved religion or politics or any social issue, and I had a mob there and somebody was being coerced or harassed, any day.
Thank you so much for your courage. You are a hero for many, many women around the world. And thank you for speaking to me.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.